Alright, y'all. This is definitely gonna be a bonus episode. We done had to figure it out. Let me get this shit going with some music. You know what I mean? It's the boy Jay Oates, aka DJ King to bring the vibes. I'm in this motherfucker chilling with the homie DJ the Chef.
Yo.
I got the homie Donnie Down with me, the Don, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Let's start this shit with Russ. It's not even a podcast, it's a real conversation about relative relations.
It's not even a podcast, bitch.
Alright, now let's chill this out. How y'all feeling?
I'm good. Like $1 million.
As always, you know what I'm saying. I gotta check on y'all first. I'm chilling. I'm a little tipsy, but this is like kind of like an impromptu little bonus joint. DJ was, yeah, he was reading me as my brother. You know what I'm saying. He was just telling me I need to like advance with the music. What are you saying? What were you telling me?
Stop undermining your talent. Everybody wants to be a rapper. Hey, slow down on me. Everybody doesn't have the lyrics, goddammit. A lot of you mumble rappers out here fucking hate it.
And DJ, one thing I'd say is I think that you overestimate lyrics.
Overestimate whose lyrics?
But we're certainly not underestimating talent.
I think lyrics is what I said.
I know.
I don't. Yes, I have talent and shit of that nature. Like I've been trying to shop around songs. Like you know what I'm saying. So if you're a female songstress and you need some lyrics, holla at me. Not even a podcast or always on my JR because I'm always on my JR and I'm always writing. But also like so like I make songs. Like I make shit, but like. Bro, it's not just like Amazon. Like if you make candles, you put your shit on Amazon. You write a book, you put that shit on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You make clothes, you put that shit on Amazon. If you write songs, it's not like, hey man, I write songs. You don't put that on Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you put it on Spotify though.
You put what on Spotify?
Your music.
Yes, you can put your music on Spotify, but that doesn't mean that I'm showcasing shit to sell. Everybody puts their music out there.
Oh, I thought you got something per listen.
Yeah, you get like less than a penny.
Oh.
But here's the thing: you have to. So for Spotify, what we have to do is you have to find someone who has a popular playlist, someone who's curating a very popular playlist. We would take Oates' couple songs, throw them into a playlist. And as that playlist makes music, they would go through songs, listen to Oates' music just because they're washing dishes while they're playing, yada, yada, yada. The music is getting played. Inadvertently, Oates makes money at the end of the month. I know people who just put their music on Spotify, and you get over 10,000 listeners as like a basic number, and they make $200 a month. I'm not saying that's world changing. I'm just saying...
I don't believe that 10,000 listeners... or listens give you $200 a month.
Well, it's more than that, but I'm saying that 10,000 is a lot of people, and that's something that I think you could do. That's not unheard of.
I don't think that you're understanding, like, the 10,000 people is a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And what it takes to reach 10,000 people
is less than you think it is.
It's more than $200 a month.
I just feel
you're getting
like
paid $200 a month.
And to reach the people to reach 10,000 people, you have to pay more than $10,000 a month. You're in the deficit.
I don't feel like
I don't think so,
every
man.
person that
I'm
has.
not asking you. I'm letting you know.
I don't feel like every
I'm not
person
agreeing.
that has. Yeah, I second.
Oh wait,
I don't
y'all
feel-
think that like you get paid all of this money to have like 10,000 people listen to you?
No. What I'm saying is, I don't
I'm
feel.
wording it wrong.
What I'm thinking is, what I'm.
Do you think you get paid more than $200 to have 10,000 people listen to you
No,
a month?
no.
But maybe
No,
not
no,
that.
wait,
Maybe that's
stop.
a number I threw out. That's just a number I threw out.
Alright.
I think that if we put your song into a playlist, I think that you would have enough listeners to make $200 a month. I do.
It's not. I don't think that you would have enough listeners to pay $200 a month. I feel like that you would have enough people to make you more. What is it called? Virtue.
Affluent?
No, virtue. What is it called?
Viral.
Viral. I feel like listen. I'm not saying that you should have your music should be the sole. What I'm saying is that you have catchy music. A lot of music today is catchy.
True.
I
We have good
appreciate
music,
what
no
you're
doubt.
trying to say. I don't-
Lyrically
I don't-
wise, you'd be like, I'm not gonna buy my daughter, my 10-month-old fucking daughter, was asleep one day on my chest, and I have a recording of this.
Yeah.
And my boy Travan just dropped the track, and I'm listening to it. She's asleep on my chest, and she's like bobbing her head to the point where I recorded her and sent it to her. What I'm saying is your music is catchy and lyrical.
I understand that you say like I take
Rhythmic-
the compliment in
how
the
you say
fact
that
that y'all
word?
think that I make good
Rhythmically?
music. Like y'all think I make good
You
shit.
do.
And I would like to sell like lyrics and songs to people. I think that y'all like the numbers that y'all are talking about. $200 a month. I think it takes way more than $200 a month to reach the people that you're talking about.
Okay.
Also, let me clarify. You would be gaining $200 a month off the small fee that we pay to someone to put your music into a playlist. I
No.
really do, Oaks.
No.
Secondly,
No, I think that you have a huge misconception.
I know people who've done it. So I could plug you in with those people and you could ask them themselves. Second of all, you're adding your own middleman.
No, stop.
You're adding a middleman.
Stop. No, let me ask you a question. You know people that make $200 a month off of music that don't go perform it?
Yes, Oats. Yes.
He said what? Say that
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Wait, say
I
that
don't
again.
believe you. You gotta bring them to the podcast.
Say that again.
Okay.
What is the
People that
question?
make over $200 a month off of music that don't go perform.
People who make over $200 a month. What?
Do they sell them? Do they sell their shits?
What do you mean by solo?
Like, do they sell their songs to people and they're
Like
getting-
on Apple Music, it's like $3, $3.99. No, these are all streams.
You mean just like people are getting streams?
Swear
so
to God.
they've got over like 100,000 of streams.
Yes, but Oats, that's not an impossible number for you with your talent and your ability. I genuinely believe
How much
that you
money
can
do
do
you
what they
think
do.
Can I ask you a question? How
Okay.
much money do you think that these people are putting behind this shit?
Oats, I feel like
No.
I
don't.
give. Okay, let me just make a
I
number.
want
Let
you
me just
to
make a
answer.
number.
How much money do you think that they're making behind it versus what they're putting behind it? That's what I want to know from you. Monthly.
I
If
think
we're talking about monthly.
they might put a little bit more money in.
You think that what now?
I think they might be. I think that initially they might be putting more money in because they have to pay for studio time to get their records to sound clean. They have to pay to get put into albums.
Yeah, I mean, there's an amount of investing in yourself, but then there's an amount of like continuing to invest versus what you're getting back.
I don't think you have to. After a
Like
while,
the music
I mean,
industry doesn't seem to be that advantageous without like merchandising and like touring.
Okay.
For me, and I know that I'm not a performer. Like I'm just a dude. I like lyrics. I make songs. I can go to the studio and I can take time in the studio and I can make some shit like for sure. But like, I think that it takes a decent amount of money behind it. Like, you know what I'm saying, to make a profit from it.
You know what I
And the
wish?
profit from it does not seem to be that much Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to selling clothes and selling music, it's one of those things that's very popular, but it does not seem that advantageous financially.
What I will tell you that is what they say about selling, making money in the food industry the first year you got business.
Food is different, but
I
keep going.
absolutely made. I barely met that ends meet, and that was only because I had
They say that's how a franchise is. They
But-
say like if you own a McDonald's the same way.
and that was because I had a 9-to-5 job, and it was solely because I knew that I had to maintain my business. Is why I kept the job. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, without a doubt, if I didn't have my business, I would have been DoorDash or something. But I was happy to able to work my business and I'll do this gig and I'll pay that bill. I'll do this gig and I'll pay. And it got to the point where next year when I start doing shit, I gotta effectively work, put money aside from my 9-to-5 regular job, and then put all the money aside from my business to get any type of networking from the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna give me off of, oh, you've been in business for a year. They're not gonna give me anything off of sole trust. And when I say trust, it's like my word of mouth. They're not gonna say anything. They're not gonna give me anything. You know what I'm saying? They have to show an income.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting for that. But a lot of shit I recently found out is, like I said, oh, you wasn't here. Like I said, I've been walking around with $20 in my pocket, $20 bills. And ever since I started these little classes on how getting my credit better, the value of money has dropped for me because it's like, oh, I can do this and do that, and I ain't gotta spend more money. I had $200 bills that I just left to go, you know what I'm saying, make that change. And it's just like, when you figure out, because when they told us growing up, they said, money make the world go round.
Mhm.
They ain't never say that, hey, money make the world go round, but spend somebody else's money, because they use credit. Money make the world go round for us. They tell us that, oh, we gotta make the paperbacks, we gotta make the green. They not doing that shit. They using other people's money. They using IOUs. If I give you this money, I'll owe you this back.
Mhm.
They didn't tell us all that shit. But I'm slowly and surely learning it right now, so
Yeah.
it's beneficiary to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely got me to the point where I'm very humble on how I'm spending my money and what I'm gonna get back.
That's fair. That's fair. Yes, in that in a sense is why I don't spend my money on music, because it seems like one of those investments that is like it's not always advantageous, regardless of how good the music you can make. Because good music isn't always the music that sells.
Well, then let's go back to the Cleveland Showcase, my idea. So I had an idea where I wanted to get a bunch of my friends, plus myself, and then create a time where we rent a bar, right? And the goal is everyone brings in their people. Oates would bring in his people. I would bring in my people. Such and such would bring in his people. Guy number 2 would bring in his people, right? And then we would try to, like, you know what I'm saying, get all the money that we spent on the bar venue back, you know what I'm saying, while at least getting our music out there. Why would you not take part in that? That doesn't cost any money.
I didn't say anything other than I wouldn't want to do anything but host it.
Why do you feel like you can't rap on stage? What is it about you?
It's not a performance.
Remember that one day where Oates said he's not just tall.
I'm not.
When do you become more than just a guy making music? You're just a guy making music. When do you become more?
Then a writer?
Yes. When do you become more?
No,
So
I'm a
would you
writer. I'm
rather
not a performer.
perform comedy than
And that's what I don't understand is why do you perform comedy? Why would you talk in front of people? What is it?
Because you're definitely doing something as far as delivering jokes.
That's more vulnerable than rap.
I-
You ask me.
Can I answer y'all? The
Yeah,
difference?
seriously,
I
I
want
wanna
to
know.
explain the differences between
Yeah.
all these things. The differences between going on stage and orating and just speaking from your mind and who you are is different than going on stage and memorizing or reading off jokes. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between that and performing music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've acted like in like some church plays and shit like
Absolutely.
that. It comes with the memorization as well as the the coordination and the performance aspect of your music.
Right.
And I'm not a performer. I make great lyrics. I write great songs. I'm like really good, like and very talented when it comes to words and shit of that nature and putting them together. Like when it comes to performing, I'm not a performer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I get up on stage and read my jokes and I guess that's performing? Sure. Or speak my jokes? Sure. Can I tell stories and shit like that because they coming from memory? Sure. But like when I do my own songs and shit, like if I'm rapping my songs back, I'm fucking up the words just like I am with Jay-Z shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? My favorite shits and shit. I'm not a performer. Like, that's not necessarily my thing. Like, and it's not necessarily what I'm trying to be. Like, I don't necessarily want to be a performer. I don't want to be a musical performer. Like, if I don't know, I would say like from a kid up until my 20s, I did a lot of time like rapping in the mirror and like rapping at the crib, and I always fucked up words. Like,
Right.
I made my own shit. I fuck up my words. I just take it as like, yo, you know what? That's just not your niche. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily, and maybe I'm tripping, and maybe I need to figure out how to perform. And I'll take y'all, like, y'all word in cognizance, and in recognizance, and I take it back, and I, like, but when it come to me and my shit, like, I know my lyrics. I can tell you my lyrics right now, but when it comes to rhythmically doing them outside of the studio, it's just different for me for some time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't necessarily.
Yeah, I can understand that because when I do a taste testing, I can tell you that I'm way more nervous serving 4 to 10 people than I am serving 40 to 100 people.
It's just certain
That's
thing.
weird. That's
It's
different.
weird.
That's
It's
weird.
called-
I'm sorry.
I'm
That's
way
weird.
more
It's
nervous
called
serving
nuance.
4 to 10 people than I am
Is
serving
it because
40
you sit in
to
front of them and you can see their faces and the way they?
Because when I was taste testing, I literally have pads for people to be like, write down how you feel and what you feel about this food.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask that of 100 people because I don't.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Fuck, I'm not reading all that
I
shit.
know that more than majority 50% is gonna like my food.
Who
Yeah.
cares? 100 people bought your shit.
But what I'm saying
That's
is,
my shit.
when it's a taste testing, they're trying to figure out if they're gonna get my food because I'm not the only person that tasted their
That's
food.
different. I get what you're saying.
So I'm way more nervous when it
I
comes to
get
me
that.
serving 4 to 10 people than it is 4 to 50 people.
So if we
Or
gave
40
you a
to-
venue and placed you in a venue with 40 people,
4 to 10 people, that see, I'm backwards. 4 to 10 people, nigga, I get my shits off easy. I'm not a performer. I still wouldn't get my shits off. Like, yeah, I would still fuck up. But it's only 4 to 10 people. I wouldn't even be like nervous for 4 to 10 people.
I recently did an event for
But I would fuck up. I'm not a performer. Like,
for some Zetas, right?
Yeah.
Lady's birthday, and she wanted a brunch. She wanted grits and chicken and brunch food.
Yeah.
Man, came to their house, did her food. People started showing up, and in my head, it was a lot of people, but it was just our house was small where it was at. Made some grits. Thought the grits was fucking horrible. In my head, I thought they were horrible. Serve these grits anyway. I got people coming back. Can we get just more grits and chicken? More grits. Can we just get more grits? Can we get more grits? And in my head, and then I had a person working with me. He was like, "See, you in your head overthinking things." And in my head, I'm thinking these grits are fucking horrible because I burnt. Because she has an electric stove.
Like
I'm
that.
used to working with gas.
I'll be trying to encourage you.
I burnt a little corner of my pot. And when you fix things like grits, rice, mashed potatoes, if you burn a certain portion and you stir it the wrong way, everything in the pot is going to taste burnt.
Yeah.
So in my head, I don't fuck these grits up. But in all actuality, I never scooped all the way down to get the burn of the grits. So people was... I served so much food that day to the point it was the lady's birthday. I went to the store, bought a Tupperware, and left her all the food for her birthday. Her husband was in the basement the whole entire time. I didn't know he was there until I was done serving. I was like,
It was a bunch of women upstairs.
It was a sorority party. It was a Divine
was
Nine.
scared.
It was a part. He said, "Oh,
Alone
when
like
this
that.
happens, I go in the basement." When I went in the basement, he has one chair, a TV,
Yeah.
and everything he has is a fence. It's a section of little. It will be a child's gate. Is a brown wooden gate, right where he would. When I peeked there, I said, "Oh," and he has the smallest room in the basement, but it's just what he needs. And when
It's his room.
It's his room.
In
And
the
when to the other side, this lady's party, she had a comedian and a line dance instructor come to her party.
Yeah.
I was done cooking at 3:30. She said, "You staying for the festivities?" I said, "What's going on?" She said, "Oh, I got a comedian line." I didn't leave the house till almost 8 o'clock.
That's lit, though.
Man, what?
That's lit.
That shit was fun as fuck.
Oh, you hear how much fun he's having while also putting himself on the line? I think that's the key. You hear how much fun he's having while putting himself on the
While
line?
putting yourself on the line, you funny as fuck.
You get what I'm getting at, though.
My motto is the worst they can tell you is no, man. The worst they can tell you is no.
As your friends, we just want to see you put yourself on the line. Not all the time, just for this one thing. We think you got it, nigga.
Yeah.
He's a nigga who's got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
And you can have it too.
No,
But you playing with your fuck. Hey, don't you be getting yelling at niggas? You got it, nigga. Stop doing that, bruh. Be a nigga who has it. You got it.
I pulled the #1 black podcast out of my dome. Right here.
There's more in you. There's more in you. Rare nigga. There's not too many rare niggas in the world. You a rare nigga. What did that nigga say in a Django Candyland? That one special nigga. You him. You got that shit. Not a lot of niggas have what you have. You're different, bro. Just to start off, you a tall nigga. 1% of the world is tall niggas. You started off having that shit. You have more to have. The #1 urban podcast did not just come out of your ass. That was innate. That was within you. You had that.
It came on my brain. DJ was in
Thank
my
you.
college apartment. It ain't nothing but what we did in college, nigga.
And we just saying you got more in you.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing but what we did in college. Yeah, I hear you.
DJ didn't just stop cooking. He started reaching kids. You see what I'm saying? You got one more step, if not 10 more steps. If not 10 more steps for you.
I got way more steps. I just don't think.
Yes.
I'm on the upper
You feel me
echelon
what
for
I'm
this
getting
one.
at?
I just don't
I'm
think
on
it's.
a rebel
I just don't think it's going on stage performing raps. Y'all think y'all want me to be on stage performing raps?
Just one time. Let's just see what it feels like,
I
man.
got it.
Let's just take a chance and see what it feels like.
I gotta go. I'm not gonna make it. Never mind. Fuck it. Let's go tomorrow. Vacation. But yeah, I'm to the point where the worst they can tell me is no shit. That's like getting a number from a girl. I got the Addison branch I'm starting next year. 2 new sites. I got Addison branch and the Nature Center of Shaker Lakes. I had someone
cool.
ask me,
That's
say,
really cool.
these people asked me and said, how do you want us to pay you? Do you want us to sell tickets to your class and we split the profits? Or do you want us to offer the class for free to the public and we just pay you? Well, somewhere in there, in this agreement that we have that you just offered me, you have to buy all of my inventory. So I feel like you selling tickets so I know how many people are coming. You can buy the adequate amount of inventory, and then if I got extra kids left over, the kids that actually come can take shit home and do it with their parents. So they said, "Oh, let's take you upstairs and show you your classroom." Take me upstairs. This is a full kitchen. Upstairs, I'm talking about a place where I don't call this place because I'm online Googling shit just for I'm literally just looking for places to, they got this place, the Nature Center of Shaker Lakes. Not knocking them, beautiful place. They have a class on teaching you about squirrels.
Okay.
Huh?
About squirrels.
What's squirrel? Unless it's fucking Walking Dead, I don't even know nothing about this goddamn squirrel unless I can eat it. What do I need to know about the squirrel?
You ain't know the squirrels?
I'm gonna eat a squirrel if the world comes to an end. Yes, I'm gonna eat a squirrel for sure, without even thinking about twice about it. What I'm saying is, how do you have a class that you charge over $100 for? I think if I'm not
saying what in it?
I don't know. I didn't pay for it, Don. I just.
But
looked
maybe
at-
there's a lesson in that though.
I just looked at the.
You don't know what niggas will get into. You don't know
You
what
absolutely-
niggas will do.
'cause
You
bird
gotta
watching
put
is a
shit
thing.
out there
'Cause bird-
and see what niggas will like.
Exactly, because you know what's not offered anymore.
Damn, I'm doing good today.
Home ec isn't offered anymore, and it's got to the point where going into next year, I'm not only about to teach you how to cook, I'm gonna show you how to sew. Cause Mama told me how to do this shit too. We don't have home economics anymore. We don't. So why the fuck am I only teaching you how to cook?
I don't seem to understand how y'all are correlating like the ability to make a song and perform it with teaching the skill of cooking.
We're not correlating. We're talking
No,
about
Don
talent.
No,
And
Don
I'm doing
feels
a
like
damn
he's
fine
cooking
job.
over there.
I am over here. I'm here.
Don feels like he's cooking over there.
Oh, I
And what I want you to do, DJ, to a degree, is I want to be able to, as much as y'all want to like hit me, I want you to have a conversation with Don to a degree about what he's talking about. Do you see the comparison between teaching and selling the ability to teach culinary skills and home economical skills between making songs?
I think it's more the essence.
No, but stop. But DJ, but do you hear what I'm saying? I want you to talk to Don now.
I hear what you're saying, but so, and let me just, I'm treading carefully on these light bulbs that I'm walking across. So what you're telling me is what I do as far as teaching, you wouldn't be able to do lyrically wise to people wanting to learn how to rap.
DJ, no.
Why not?
No. There's a difference between making songs and teaching people how to rap.
No,
Do you acknowledge
I
that?
completely understand that. No, I agree with that.
All right, but we acknowledge that there's a difference between teaching songs,
right,
teaching people how to rap and how to pen shit,
right,
and writing songs and putting them out there.
Well, I'm not gonna say pen shit because that's what I was gonna go with my
No, go for it. Go for it.
I don't think that you need to teach people how to rap. I just need you to teach people how to express what they've been through. I don't think necessarily most good rappers express things that they've witnessed or they have been through. Most bullshit rappers talk about shit that they wish they were about or they've been through. Or they wish they've been through.
Okay, so DJ.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I can talk to y'all. Do I think I have the ability to help
Upcoming rappers?
No, not rappers. Once again, not rappers.
Yeah.
Because you just specified a difference. Do I think I have the ability to help people be vulnerable enough to speak about what they've been through and confident enough to speak about what they've been through? For sure.
Okay.
I don't think that's something that takes place through rap songs.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
He's cooking.
He's cooking
now.
a little bit. That's what you've
I
been
don't
saying.
think that comes through rap songs. I think that comes through shit like podcast and conversation and topics. And the reason that I feel confident having a TED Talk, going out and spreading my jokes, which are just rooted and based on personal experience and shit of that nature, or going on the stage and having live topics and trivia and podcasting and being able to just talk to a group of people, those three things are something that I feel totally confident in. I think that putting my life experiences into songs or putting things that I can find very relatable and creatively into songs to sell to someone else to sing and do whatever they're gonna do with is very different than me performing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
and that's
and
what I'm trying to illustrate to you.
Okay, and I get what you're saying, and see, growing up in a family full of artists.
Don, do you hear me?
You said performing, right? Your
Yeah.
performance is not a performance to everyone.
No, it's a performance to me.
Exactly. So who gives a fuck about what everybody else is thinking. As long as you're performing to
Me, I get what I'm thinking.
right, but you just said it's not what everybody else thinks. But you think that you're performing, right?
No.
So what is it that you think you're doing?
I think that I'm a writer, a creator. I think I'm a creative. I think that there are things in my head and I think in rhyme and musically and poetically, and I can pull it out and I can put it and express it. I've been through a million things. Like me as a person, I've been through, like I put in a
Facts.
song one time, I've been through everything except for like catching me a body in marriage to a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, two the most random things: catching a body in marriage.
But
Catching
everything
a body
else I
in
think I've
marriage.
done though. But pretty much most of the other things and everything else I think I've done.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've everything other than marrying something, committing to someone for life, or taking someone's life, I think I'm done. With a lot of it, like I mean, you could hit me with shit, but like,
I'm just on the concept of this. Just I don't know. Maybe my concept. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know. My concept of how I look at things are completely different. You can't be some.
Me too. But talk to me.
An individual, a child cannot be what they don't see.
Child cannot be what they do.
I mean-
I've seen it. I've seen a lot.
Exactly, but just because you've seen a lot doesn't make it all good. A child can see just like I saw a post on IG. It says, man should portray how he acts towards a woman to show his son or his child. And it said, and then in the reverse, it said, a woman should also treat a man how a daughter should treat, So with that being said, it's just like, you can't expect a child to be a mathematician or a good historian or a good person if they don't have a good mathematician or a good historian or a good person with morals showing them what they should be doing. Like, I can't expect my child to be mannerable if I'm not telling her to say thank you, you're welcome.
That's true.
That's fair.
I can't say
There's no rapper in my family,
yeah, so-
you're telling me that, like, it's, in your logic, I don't understand why you yelled at me before the camera was on about being a rapper and rapping on stage. Like,
Cause
no, let me finish. See, because you about to yell at me again. What I'm saying is, I don't understand
to
why.
benefit you.
Now,
I think that's the most frustrating part.
I say that performatively, like, because I do know how to speak and like, but what I'm saying is like, bro, like, yes, I understand. I heard your passion, like, I understand. And what I took from that, what I received from that, is my nigga, my brother, somebody that I love, somebody that I consider that loves me, like, you know what I'm saying, that wants the best for me. He sees something that I'm doing, he's heard it over a amount of time, and he feels I have a talent. And regardless of what his expertise is in that field, he feels that my talent is enough to be expertise or financially, like, replicated, or, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to be able to get, like, some amount of, like, money from the field. Now, that's based on what I consider to be your, it's not an inadequacy. It's like a non-knowledge or not being familiar with what the money is made from in that field and how it's made. Because in music, it's almost a fugazi, and it's a tough thing, like, to figure out how the money is made and who it's made to, especially from the creators of it. Because those niggas generally only make money when they're in line with the peoples that make the money from the music. It's not about a talent. I could be the most talented nigga, and I consider myself to be the best lyricist in the city of Cleveland.
That's how I figure. That's
I consider myself
exactly
like-
how I feel about
like-
being a chef.
Like R&B, rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with spoken word, I'm not necessarily like a rock metal lyricist, but if you give me some time, I could be. Like, I think that I express myself through words and verbiage and words very well. Do I think that translates into me being a performer and a musician that is selling like a professional musician? No, but I would like to be a writer because I think my words are enough to But
I'm
that's
not-
just.
I see what you're doing. You're shortstopping.
I don't think you understand what
This
the
nigga want
money
to
is
make
in
music and be
music.
like, imagine if a girl sang this, but he don't want to be like, hey, I wrote this for a 6 foot something nigga with dreads.
Nah, but see, this the thing. Like, the money is in the writing in music.
Also, when do you... Fuck, I had a perfect point to make at you, bro. I'm drunk.
The
I'm
money
very
is in the
frustrated.
writing in the music. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cooking,
Yeah, no, when do
writing
you
and
cut out
shit.
the middleman on what you have something already? Why don't you do it instead of shopping it out to people?
Because what I understand is the money is in the writing of music. Like, everybody isn't Drake. Like, there's really only Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you got Wiz Khalifa, I mean, Big Sean, sure, but that's a huge drop-off when we're talking about money. And then you got a huge drop-off under them niggas. Like, it's like playing basketball. Like, it's not like everybody just because you're nice and ball. Like, I remember being young and being able to take off from the free throw line and, like, get all the way to the rim and finger roll it in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you need to be in the NBA. No, yes, you're right. I'm nicer than the average nigga that hoops. That does not make me an NBA player. That does not make me the dude that's getting, like, you know what I'm saying, or, like, playing NBDL, making the same type of money I make to teach, allegedly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get, like, how enamored people are by certain skills, but that doesn't mean that, like, the lane for being a chef and a personal chef is way wider than it is to be, like, a musician or a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to express yourself through rap and poetry. Like, do you feel like outside of Maya Angelou, name me a poet?
Shel Silverstein.
You're correct, and she made that book. Name me another one.
You said outside of who?
Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl.
Keep going.
God damn, he's
You named 3 people.
William Shakespeare.
You-
Is he a poet? Does he count?
He definitely counts.
Okay, good looking. I appreciate that.
Yeah, now you're reaching back across way of my time. But what I'm saying and what I'm trying to illustrate to you is you're 4 poets and you're like, God damn,
And
man.
you're very fucking rare to be able to name 4 poets.
Right.
That's
right.
what people like fail to realize. Reading is fundamental. Like, what
You're
the fuck?
correct. Reading is fundamental. But what it is to be a profitable poet and to be able to stake your claim in what you eat
Yeah,
and
that's
how you
hard shit.
live on being a poet is different. You name 4 motherfuckers. I know at least 4 motherfuckers that do poetry
Right.
now.
Right. For
They
personal,
can't-
alive, right?
And they can't necessarily eat off of that shit. But what they can do is invest in being a poet. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, you're correct. Like, I invest in being in the music that I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not it be mics, whether or not it be like figuring out how I'm gonna do more and more and getting different equipment or like the pop. There's different shit that I invest in, but when it comes to music, there's not that much of a return, and I don't get that crazy return from podcasting. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like there's just a lot more of an outlet, and I appreciate what I'm doing there more. Like, sure, I can put my songs out. You want me to put my songs out, DJ? I'll put my links out. Like, I put my links out for niggas, and niggas can get some of my songs. Like, I rap better than a lot of niggas. But that's not bringing back dollars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, like,
No, I
me
get
rapping better than niggas and making great music and making
Right.
great songs and writing phenomenally. Because I can't sing. But I write a lot of songs that are sing songs. I want to sell those to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving some away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm talented. Like, and I give shit away, but at the end of the day, it still be like, I'm gonna either give it all away, and I don't mind giving it all away, but that's not gonna satisfy your argument because you wanted to see success for me behind
You know
it.
what bothers me the most?
But like, all I'm saying is, DJ, like, what you're looking for, there's not necessarily an outlet for. It's not that I don't want an outlet, but I'm being realistic.
No, you are 1,000% being realistic. What bothers me the most is and I think my significant other just said this other day. I said, people will pay a stranger for a service, whether it be babysitting your daughter,
Yeah, you're right. I know exactly where
baby
you're going.
catering, but when it comes to this specific family member has a specialty in this and they won't pay it, and she said, you've opened my eyes to a lot of things because she's the sweetest fucking, she's the nicest fucking person ever. People ask her of so much shit, and I hope people watch this. People ask her of so much shit, but then when it comes to me and I say something, oh no, and she asks me, I say, nope, and it seems like I'm so cutthroat and I'm so mean. But then I think about it like, what are they doing to benefit you when you do this? Because they're not gonna do anything, but when you do this for them, ask you for another favor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing it to be a dick. Like 20%.
Nah, but but DJ, can I ask you a question? Do you think that in the world that there's there's somebody that we work with allegedly being done like at the job, like, you know what I'm saying, that has come to me and talked to me about the different 4 types of people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that there are just types of people that even if their ideas aren't the best, they have the ability to have people want to buy into them?
Or what else?
And just like people that have ideas that are the best don't necessarily have people that have to want to buy into it. They might notice like, hey, so and so has the best ideas, but they wouldn't put money into it.
In a statistic wise.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. In a statistic wise, basic questioned survey. If you asked 100 people, you would probably get even 100 people 4 different questions. You would probably get a equal amount of answers for each equation. That means anywhere from 20 to 23%. Anywhere from 20 to 23% in each equation. 4 questions from 25% in each question makes 100. So anywhere between 20 and 20% in those equations, those 4 answers, people are going to be on the fence. And some people aren't even going to be able to answer. And you know how you get those statistics? And it's as easy as
27, but
it's easy as looking at Family Feud. Oh, Steve, we asked 100 families this question, or we asked, and statistically wise, yeah, you're gonna get the answer in some scenarios what you want to hear, in some scenarios you're not want to hear, but. And that's just life. At our age, that's life. You know, you're not gonna get you. Some people will tell you what you want to hear to shut you the fuck up. I still get that to this day.
Yeah, all I'm trying to tell you and illustrate to you is, and all I was saying from the jump is that like, regardless of the talent, regardless who answers what, when it comes to people putting money behind shit, you know what I'm saying, and people making shit worth your while. Like, yeah, I make music. Like, you know what I'm saying, I make music off my own volition. But for me to try to put my music out there to everybody and to try to sell it, or to try to, like, not necessarily perform, but just sell it to the point that people want to get it and invest in it, it had to be worth my while. You know what I'm saying?
So your worth is way higher than what you're putting out.
What I'm saying is, it's not worth my while to be talented, to invest in the fact that I'm talented, when there's many or multiple people that are talented. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not worried about everybody else. I can die tomorrow. I tell myself I'm the best chef that I know. Fuck that. Fuck everybody that's going on.
It's the slow start.
But you know what really bothers me about my profession? You know what really bothers me about my profession? Not to cut you off. What really bothers me about my profession, and I can watch a TV show and say, oh, these 5 chefs are in competition to see who's good. Now, this chef owns a restaurant in Philadelphia. This chef is a 5-star. All you motherfuckers are already successful. What about the motherfuckers that's trying to upcome and do what you guys are already doing? You never have a show
I
about
think
that.
that y'all seem to have an indifference in understanding what it is to open a restaurant versus selling a song.
I get what you're saying. I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm just going off of
But
in
you don't
certain
seem to be
fields,
speaking to it.
what in certain, I have spoken on. I said in certain fields you have your talents.
No.
Your
You're
talents
talking about
is-
the field. I want you to speak to the field about selling a song. Like, that's different than
Okay,
selling
so
a plate.
in the 21st
And I want
century,
you to speak to that too.
in the 21st century, you can be a one-hit wonder. In the 20th century,
Is